Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be Girls Just Want to Have Fun. There was an old Cyndi Lauper song in the 1980s called Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And I thought it was a great inspiration for today's topic because love is playful and fun. It's not serious. And a big mistake I used to make, and the majority of the guys that are just learning about my work or just getting into it are making, is they try to get too serious too soon with a woman. And women want to be in a love story. There's nothing more romantically enticing to a woman. I mean, that's why they read all the romance novels. And being out with their girlfriends or at a party or just out in public and randomly running into some handsome stranger that she just has an amazing connection with. And a guy who gets it, who instead of worrying about or trying to put some kind of a ridiculous label on what they could or maybe or possibly should mean to each other, instead he's just, hey, what's happening? How are you? Well, who are you? What are you all about? And just, not that those are the things he says, but that's his attitude. And he just is able to live in the moment and be totally present with her. Because what a lot of guys do is we get in our head instead of staying in our hearts when we meet somebody we like. When we meet somebody we like, we want to know everything about them. We're fascinated by them. So of course we'd want to know everything. But what do guys do? They go in their head and they start thinking, what do I say? What should I do? What should I not do? Should I say this? Should I not say that? How do I get her to like me? They go into all this mental stuff, and while you're stuck in your head, she's right away realizing, you don't get it. You don't know how to just have fun and be present with me and live in the moment. And that's what a woman wants, because guys that are all serious and they're worried about these things, they can't just hang out and get in the flow and go with the flow with women. I mean, the key is just to have a good time. To create, when I talk about dates or setting up a date or meeting a woman for the first time, your goal in the courtship, or I say if you're a man, your role in the courtship is to simply create a fun-filled, romantic opportunity for sex to happen. I mean, think about it. What is a love story? It just kind of happens. You're just going along in your daily life, and all of a sudden you run into someone, and they totally take your breath away. And because the connection is so deep and you feel so passionate about one another, I mean, imagine if you're out on a Friday night and you're at a party and you run into this girl that you like and she's really into you and you can tell that you're into each other, and you just start the process of finding out everything about one another, and everything you find out, like, wow, it's just the more you talk to her, the more she talks to you, the deeper the connection goes. You're not going to be stopping to think, well, gee, is she going to become my girlfriend? Should I ask her on a date? Should I get her phone number? What should I do next? What should I say next? Should I tell her that joke that I heard last week and maybe she'll like it and think I'm funny? Instead, just hang out and have a good time with her. And what most guys do is, like, they meet a woman they like and they have that chemistry, and right away he basically starts trying to force things or make something happen or nail something down. It's like, what does this mean? What are we to each other? And she'll just roll her eyes and walk away because he doesn't get it. He doesn't understand how to just play and be in the moment. Women are like cats. They're going to come and go as they please. And when a woman decides to walk away, or she gets a little bored, just let her walk away. You chase her, then just like a cat, she's going to run off and not come back. I mean, think about it this way. If you're a guy who's a catch, you're obviously going to have a lot of opportunities with very amazing women. And then you're going to be in a position where all these different amazing women that know you and perceive you as being a catch, they're going to try to win you and make you their boyfriend to capture your heart. And so what I always tell guys to do is, like, as far as dating or courtship or boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, commitment, I mean, any of those things that revolve around being exclusive, forget about them. They're not important. The only thing you need to be focused on is just creating the next romantic, fun-filled opportunity for sex to happen. And if she likes you enough, I mean, look at it this way. If she's not bringing up being your boyfriend or being exclusive, then guess what? It means she's not feeling it. She's not there yet. And the only thing you need to do is just create the next opportunity for sex to happen. If you've called or texted a girl and you haven't heard back from her, she'll get back to you when she feels like it. As a matter of fact, if you ask a lot of women, especially really beautiful women, they'll purposely not call a guy back right away because they want to see if he calls back or if he starts blowing up her phone 3 or 4 times. Because women are trying to find out and determine whether you're a needy, insecure control freak or if you're going to become a stalker. Or, I mean, you got to think about it. Women are physically they're the weaker sex, so they have to figure these things out. They test you. And by understanding that women are cats and they're going to come and go as they please, you don't have to bring up the subject of relationships or being exclusive or any of that crap. I mean, the bottom line is if she feels it, she's not going to give you a choice, because the more a woman wants you and the more she likes you and the more she desires you, the higher her interest level goes in you, the more she's going to want of you and of your time. And so when you first start dating a woman, over the course of the days and weeks that you start dating, what's going to happen is she's going to call you more, and she's going to create opportunities where you can say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night? Oh, I'm free. What are you doing? Well, great, let's get together. I'll pick you up at 8. And she'll be constantly getting in contact with you, and you just set up the next date, set up the next romantic opportunity for sex to happen. And at some point, she's going to say, where's this going? Do you see this going anywhere? Those kinds of things are, hey, what is the status? What are we? Then you can just say, what do you mean? Let her bring it up. And if she wants to be exclusive, she's going to bring it up, and she's going to make it clear that she doesn't want you screwing around with any other women. And she'll put her foot down. And until you hear those things, then you just proceed as normal. Just keep setting up the next romantic opportunity for sex to happen. And, you know, if you're just starting, you're single, then make sure you have several women that you can date, because this will keep you in a non-hungry state. And you'll learn to let women dance into and out of your world. If you're on a date or you just bumped into a girl at a party and you feel there's a real connection there, the more you talk, she's going to stand closer to you, and she'll be staying at a point where she's constantly like just breathing, kind of bumps her arm against yours. She stands too close, she'll reach in, she'll touch your arm. All those things, by simply looking down at her eyes and then at her lips and then down at her eyes and then back up at her lips while you guys are talking, and as you're getting closer and closer together, if she looks at your lips and then looks back up at your eyes and basically does the same thing you're doing, then that means she's ready to be kissed. And then you kiss her. The thing you got to remember is throughout the course of a date or when you're first meeting a woman, she may be very touchy-feely with you. And what you do is you reciprocate slowly. If she puts her arm around you, then maybe 5-10 seconds later, you'll put your arm around her. And then if you feel her take her arm away or let go of your hand, then just let go of her. And just wait until she starts touching you again. And then you slowly reciprocate. It's on those little subtle nuances of the touching and the not touching, her coming on to you and then backing off a little bit, that she's able to determine whether you're comfortable in your own skin. And when you let her walk away, or she had her arm around you and she was kissing you and touching you, and now she's kind of backed off a little bit, then you just hang back and talk and whatever. And a few minutes later, she'll come back, she'll put her arm back around you, and then you just pick up where you left off. It's part of the taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back that I talk about in my book. So forget about the commitments, forget about the relationship talk, forget about being exclusive. Just have a good time with her. Ask her questions. Make sure that she's doing 78% of the talking by simply asking questions that you want to know the answer to. If you're fascinated by her, then you're going to want to know everything about her. It's really simple. Don't complicate things. Just create fun-filled romantic opportunities for sex to happen. And women will absolutely fucking rock your world. So if you find the information in this video of value, you can show your appreciation. If you're watching this video on my website, you can go down to the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen and click the PayPal donate button. and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page with all your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located on the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen. And if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, or you have a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, then click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen and send me 3 or 4 paragraphs detailing your situation or your questions, and give me several days to get back to you with a detailed response, because I get a shitload of email. And if you'd like to book a paid phone coaching session with yours truly, click the Products tab, which is located at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking a paid phone coaching session with yours truly, so that I can help you with a specific situation. And I will talk to you soon.